We want to go back to Pug's shack.
You gonna fix my gnome?
There.
I didn't break your gnome.
Like hell, you didn't break my gnome.
I did not
Have I
gnome.
finished with the matrix search?
Yes, you get back a little bit of information. You find that his next of kin is Laurie Kelly. He didn't really have much family around. He did seem to have some sort of girlfriend or someone that he'd maybe seen, maybe a few times, but they weren't addressed on his postal address or anything, so it appears they weren't living together. So next of kin is Laurie Kelly, his sister.
Okay. Did I have an address?
Yeah, you have an address for Laurie Kelly. She lives in the village. She's an employee of Ares.
And him?
Oh, his address. Yeah, sure. His address would be Lone Star. So it'd be somewhere over in the East End, in one of the Lone Star barracks that they have there. Effectively, like a lot of people who don't have a particular address or the ability to more sort of recent transplants just get to basically bunk up in one large place, and it's effectively free under Lone Star. They take just a small chunk out of your paycheck.
Okay. It's just communal barracks then, that's fine. Okay. Right. I'm down with going back to Pug's place and planning this out, but I'm going to need a little bit of time first. I've got to go back and get my gear, and then I'll meet you there. I'll make my own way.
Okay, anybody chilling with me? I got what I need here to go down south, so...
I just need my mask. I just need my mask from my house. Like, I just got myself a new mask.
Well, if you're heading back Camden way for...
Is it any less hideous?
I'll hop out of the van then.
Funny. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? Jesus. Surprised you're allowed in public. Piece of shit.
So we assume that Blowback basically drove us back for Caber to get his mask?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So-
on the way, as we were passing like the intersection just near Camden, that's where Pseudo gets out, this is my stop sort of thing. And as he gets out, just taps on the van, kind of leans back through the doorway. Remember, electronic paper. And he pushes like 5 or 6 different things, searches for electronic paper to Blowback's comlink. And all of a sudden, all of the spam starts lighting up.
come
again.
on,
Yep.
man.
So the adverts that you had start to like getting less of as time progressed, since all the bulk data came through, they now restart again, noticing that you're now still looking for it.
Reams and reams!
Now,
Seriously, Blowback.
it's not quite the number that you're getting targeted at you that's kind of offensive. It's the fact that they're all for this. Normally you get a variety of different stuff, but it's all paper now. It's just every single thing you're getting.
No
is
more
just trying
porn
to
for
target
you.
paper.
Yeah.
They know that
The
you're only
orcish porn.
interested. They
It's
know you're
interspersed with
interested
paper
in this
flying
now.
everywhere.
Yeah. Seriously though, Blowback. It's cheap. It's useful. Get it. It's a lot cheaper than what you were thinking about. And at that point, I head back off to the rabbit warrens that lead to my house, my flat.
Okay, so we go back to pick up Stejo's mask.
Who's?
I'm sorry, Caber's, my bad.
Okay.
Head off to find Caber's mask. And then after that, it sounds like we're going to be heading down south while we wait for Pseudo to catch up, I suppose.
Okay.
All right.
Along the way, I'm going to ask everybody, how do you feel about this transaction? How do you feel about Koslov?
I don't
I
like
think
his friend. Mikhail, no.
Oh, you're just a racist. You just don't like fucking elves, man.
There's
It's
no
like
reason
Mikhail-
to like elves.
I've got to agree with the troll though. He seemed a bit slimy. Are we having
Could
that?
be a good thing or a bad thing for us. I'm not really
Exactly.
sure which way I'm leaning just yet.
Blowback's going to get a message pushed to his comlink from me, just asking him to plug the image drive into his comlink using the universal connector.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this guy's face. So
All
I'm
right.
going to put this thing on the grid guide while we go back down and we'll plug
The
it in and
moment
take
it's
a look at it.
pushed in, I literally download just a copy. I literally make a copy of the file and, then whatever they're going to do.
Okay. As you download the file and have a look at it, you notice the mark's name is Zachary Peterson. You have both his address, and unfortunately, it does have mentioned that they sent a team, and unfortunately, the police are now locked it down as a crime scene. They also gives you some details about his augmentation, that he has one of the latest generation of Evo Cyber Eyes. In fact, it's not quite the latest generation. It's about 2-3 years old. But it was top of the line at the time, and that they did a product recall, and that they managed to get a hold of like a truckload of these, but they are still really good quality. We're talking like rating 5 Cyber Eyes. And it's got low light vision, thermographic vision, like magnification and stuff. Like this is a proper tricked out pair of Cyber Eyes. In addition, it's got a relatively reasonable deck as well, which has been implanted. And it gives you a full lowdown on the medicals of this and how it was implanted and the rejection procedures and certain things that, everything went fine. And that it gives you then details of his life and his very heavily annoyanced what he did for them. Effectively, he was hired security, did some tweaking on the Matrix, stuff like that needed. And about a few weeks ago, he started acting a little bit erratically. And recently became a little bit aggressive and just ignored them entirely and just set up and left and hasn't contacted them. And they said, you still owe us, you required to pay us back for these implants we've kind of given you, and we expect work in repayment. And he just has not been answering them. And then he's just got this one message that comes through from him saying, "Fuck off. I don't need you chums anymore." That's it. And unfortunately, they no idea where he is now.
Okay.
Any insights? Anybody got any feelings about this?
Before I have
you
any
arrived at the
insights,
house yet, by the way?
Yeah, you get to the house. Pseudo is catching up with you, taking a long train out, I think. Not a long train, sorry, a bus.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you guys that Caber and also Pug, I'm going to go ahead and give the van a sweep down. I want to take a look at it, make sure nobody's messed with it, make sure nothing odd is going on. It was left unattended for a while.
yeah, that's a good idea.
You guys go brainstorm, see if you can come out and stare at his picture for a little while, see if anything comes to mind where we should start before Pseudo gets here.
All right, well,
Just
while
gonna-
all of that... Oh, go ahead, Caber.
I was just going to ping Pseudo to say, can you do like a broad search on that image to see if he's been spotted anywhere, and see if you can get access to any of the traffic cams, see if you can have spotted him anywhere.
You just get a response from me saying, "Will do."
Okay.
All right.
As you look at the picture, you notice that this guy is a dwarf, probably aged about 32 from what you can see from your picture, and then his birth date and biological files confirm that. His work history is kind of spotty here and there, and you assume that he's kind of reading this. You can quite easily see that he probably did some sort of minor shadow work or something, just, that sort of general sort of off-the-grid kind of semi-criminal element.
Do we have his runner name?
No, you don't have any real information on what he did or anything like that, I'm afraid. You've just got the spotty employment history is his spotty legal employment history. Other than that, I'm afraid that you would have to dig a lot deeper for that.
I was just wondering in the files that we were sent.
No, I'm afraid not in there.
Okay. Right.
Doesn't list anything like his hobbies or whatever.
Like long walks on the beach.
He actually does say that he is a BTL junkie, and that's first how they got him in. Is that they effectively hook, line, and sinkered him with, "We give you BTLs." Also, yeah, we can blackmail you. So for those of you wondering, BTLs are better than life chips. It's like a SimSense chip that gives you like information to your brain and be like, look, smells, sensations, sounds. Let's take the limits away and just cram sensation into your brain, which is better than life. So better than life chips. Pretty addictive.
Yeah. Right, well, I'm going to summon Grok, and I'm going to task Grok to do a broad data search on this Zachary. That was his name, correct? Zachary?
Zachary Peterson.
Zachary Peterson, yeah. So let me pull that up. Matrix search is computer plus intuition or data processing. I will make a macro for this one in the future because I do tend to use it a bit, but don't wait on me. I'll roll once I've got all the data out.
Okay, well, this might be a good point, since we are roughly at the halfway point, to actually go to a break, and we can get back and we can...
That would actually be quite useful, yeah.
Do the hunting him down and so on anyway after the break. So we'll be going to a short break. I think we'll be on a break for about, call it 8 minutes this time. We do have 2 small videos now. I need to actually truncate them and put them together, but we do actually have 2 splat videos if you have not seen the latest one, so that'll explain a little bit more about the world and magic and stuff. So we'll be back in about 8 minutes, so feel free to... 6 hits. Wow, you will have a lot of information when we get back. So feel free to...
Sprite, best Sprite.
Go to the toilet, put on a cup of tea, whatever you need to do, and go and ping all your friends and tweet about us and try and get as much people around as possible so that we can persuade Twitch that they love us. But yeah, we'll be back in 8 minutes, so until then, catch you in a bit.
Take care, everyone. Almost.
Shadowrun, a mission by independent mercenaries so as to be deniable to the hiring party. Shadowrunner, an independent contractor hired to do Shadowruns. SIN, system identification number, used to track your digital footprint in the Matrix. The Matrix, an augmented and virtual reality graphics-based network and successor to the old internet. Megacorporation, corporations that the corporate court gives status to based on their vast wealth and power. The Awakening. The Awakening happened at the turn of the millennium when magic returned to the world. Magic and its return led to mages who could manipulate mana and adepts. Elves and dwarves. Elves stand a little taller than humans. Dwarves tend to be shorter. Orcs and trolls. Orcs and trolls are both bigger than humans. Racism towards orcs and trolls is widespread. Transhumanism. People can now buy cyber limbs, wired reflexes, or synthetic muscles to make them stronger and faster.
Hello and welcome back to Roll4It. So, we're playing some Shadowrun Tabletop here. In part 1 today, the crew were asked by some sort of Russian mobster to go meet him. They met up. They were like, hi, we accidentally got your arm shot, but we never mentioned this, which is good because you're all thankful that we managed to get you out of the last situation you're in. And then the guy pulls out the cop who apparently shot him in the last episode and has the team execute him. And then he pulls out 2 guys that crossed the team a while back and executes them, and now they're best of buddies. And he then asks them to go and retrieve some cyberware from a dwarf who has implanted cyber eyes and an implanted cyber deck that he would like returned to his organization because the dwarf has run away and hasn't fully paid for them yet. So that leaves the team trying to hunt down a dwarf so that they can rip its eyes out. Let's get back to that. So you rolled 6 hits. Well, what were you looking for?
I was looking for just a broad, because I don't have much to go on yet. This was like a feeler to get more information to then piggyback off of to get clues, but I rolled really well. But I was looking for broad information attached to that name and the other supporting information that we had, so address, that sort of stuff. Any list of jobs, like if we had any details, they'd be cross-referenced with that, and the data sprite would just be chugging along.
Okay.
Trying to find links.
So you find some information. You manage to find that he has effectively, as basically like an outside independent security person, kind of dipped in and out of Shadowrunning, much on the shallower end than, say, you guys do. And he's basically been an independent operative. He doesn't seem to have run with a team at any point. You do find some, previous messages here and there and postings that seem to refer to him as ZZZ or Triple Z, but nothing more recent. It does appear that he has been kind of interested more recently in stuff like upgrades, biotechnology, cyber technology, etc. And you do find some notes about sort of listings and stuff of him popping to clinics here and there under that name, looking for particularly augmentations, etc. But it's normally referred to as the patient never came back or whatever.
Okay, so what was he looking for at the clinics in regards to the augmentations?
He was looking at a number of different augmentations, particularly he wanted cyber eyes, he wanted to implanted cyber deck. He also was looking into more exotic things like gene tech and nanotech. But
could I just confirm his handle again? Was it Triple Z?
Triple Z or ZZZ. Not consistent. Mainly because ZZZ gets annoying to say, and people do start referring to him as
Sleepy from
Triple
now
Z.
on. Dude, Sleepy from now on.
You do find that there are a couple of messages amongst the Russian mob that do refer to him as Sleepy Dwarf.
Nice.
More recently, it's not quite as a professional
time.
Ragnar name, but yeah, that does appear a few places.
I'm sure he loves that so much.
You
He's
note
just
that
so happy with that.
he also has a lot of transactions to a certain pizza joint because he's listed on their website as having given a review, and he's listed as saying there's this small video bit where basically on the website, if you go there, there's affirmations for Frankie's best pizza joint in the whole of London, and basically there you go there and you click on different people and it's Zachary, and you click on him and he goes, this is basically a dwarf. He looks a little bit younger, so a bit more colour to his beard, and he goes, yes! Oh, I love Frankie's Pizza. Frankie's Pizza is very good. I particularly like the ones with then he just says about how his favorite pizza is pepperoni with mushrooms and tuna.
His favorite pizza is pepperoni with mushrooms and tuna.
I've got a plan.
Okay.
It's gonna be a good one. We order like 1,000 of these pizzas he likes, right? And we just leave them on street corners, and then we get a lot of cameras and we spend a lot of money, and we'll find him in like 2 weeks. It's like a Ninja Turtle strategy. Leave the pizza out, and he'll fucking show up at some point.
Should we put
How
like
about
a big box with like a stick so that we can just drop the box on him when he goes for a pizza?
Do I get any other information?
How about we just drive around in the van with a whole bunch of his favorite pizzas and have the back door open, and just when he notices the smell, he'll start running behind the van, be like, just grab him, pull him in, we're done.
We'll get one of those big fans like in Costco right near the door that just blows the smell out.
He also frequents one particular fence. You notice that the fence does have some more interesting programs and so on, and softwares and so on, that he does seem to have purchased there. You could tell this by just effectively looking at in and out transactions on his credit history and comparing it to known places that people might be selling things that he'd be interested in. You do find there is a fence operating in that area.
What's the name of the fence?
Unfortunately, you don't have a name for the fence. You do have a location. There's a general rumor about a fence being there who does sell restricted computer softs and so on. It would strongly hint at BTLs. Other than that, you don't have a name for the fence. You just have that there is a fence operating in that area and that he probably does transactions with BTLs.
What area was it?
That'd be up in just north of Fulham. Just sort of south area of Westway.
Thank you.
And I will pull up the map for people so that people can see where we're talking about.
Okay.
That sounds promising though, because he's been acting weird lately.
Yeah,
So
it
I'm
sounds to
assuming-
me like we got leads.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Sudo's just sent all of this over.
People asking what a fence and beetles are, by the way. A fence is someone who sells and buys gear and stuff generally. And a BTL is better than life chips, so it's a chip you slot, and it will feed sensation of stuff that is way above normal limits to be able to be like, look, this is cake. And then you're like, oh my god, cake, mind-blowing levels of cake. But they are highly addictive because they are better than reality. Like, they literally take the safeties off. So basically, this guy is probably a drug pusher rather than just a normal fence.
All right. Well, we talked to, like, let's say, Caber, we send you over to the pizza place, talk around.
Well, I'm gonna give Jake a phone first.
Okay.
And
then we have Pseudo run down the cyber stuff since he'll know all the lingo and whatever.
Yep.
Make him seem more credible.
At this point, I'm going to say that I've arrived now. I've made my way down there. And,
how'd the van check go, by the way?
I don't know. Did you roll?
I didn't roll for anything. I mentioned it, but I think we forgot about it.
You want to roll for it? It will take you a while to if you're going to fully check the van over like last time, remember?
Oh yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to do anyways. I think you don't want me talking. My charisma's terrible, so running down leads seems like a bad plan for me.
Yeah.
And then I don't know anything about the Matrix or technology, so that lead's kind of a bum for me too, so I might as well just handle my business on the side and make sure they didn't, like, throw an ID chip or anything inside the car or mess with it at all.
You're going to be, like, probably taking the car apart, like, you know, deconstructing the engine, having a bit of clean while you're there, or are you just going to check the outside?
Like a tune-up. Like, I'm not going to disassemble the whole thing, but I am going to open it up. I am going to, like, look under hatches and under, you know, I'm going to look at the parts. I'm probably not going to disassemble the whole thing, though.
Okay. Right, so I'd just say generally make a intuition plus mechanic check, since you are trying to find and look where. Do you have a tag eraser or anything, by the way?
I do have a tag eraser.
Okay. Yeah, okay, make an intuition plus mechanic check.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, you managed to find on the back door is a stealth tag, just sort of hidden under the lip of the door, and you pull that out with a little, tiny pair of tweezers, this tiny little thing, and upon interrogation by your comlink, when you just like deliberately poke it, it just goes and starts like displaying an AR overlay and goes, "Anarchists of London, unite! We need to take out the capitalist oppressors." Someone has obviously just tagged your van as you were going through Camden.
All right.
And it was pre-programmed to, when either poked or over a time delay, would just start displaying an AR.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Fair enough. Yep. Rather be safe than sorry.
But yeah, you don't find anything else.
Cool.
Now that I'm there, I'll effectively echo what Blowback has already said to the group. Of course, you know, as per usual, I'm mostly speaking through like IMs and other less socially active ways. Just saying that it would be worth a look if Cabo would check out the pizza parlor. See if this guy's been around recently, and you know, if he's a like valued customer, he might pop by there frequently, or there may somebody be a regular that might know him, know where he's been, and the other thing he's going to do, he's going to push, because he's just been doing like basic matrix searches on the side that I haven't bothered asking you to roll for, since the ride was probably long. He's just going to push the basic amount of information you could get through Google, effectively, no deep search, to Blowback, detailing all of the ways that, you know, removing eyes and implanted decks can go wrong, and, you know, any information that he's been able to find out that just, like, for research purposes on how to remove them. Maybe with reference to the sort of med kits he's got. And this is just with a little tag on the end saying, "Time to do some homework."
Yep. I sent it back. Okay. Thanks, mate. I'll keep an eye on it. And then out of character,
keep an eye on it.
If I was to remove the cyber eyes, would that be using my medical skill, or would that be using some kind of cyberware skill?
I believe there is a biotech skill. I'm just going to double check this because there certainly wasn't 4th, and I think there is a biotech skill in 5th. Here we go. Logic. Biotechnology. Yep. I would let you use medic, but you would suffer a slight penalty because you don't have biotech. Specifically, this would definitely be a biotechnology skill check.
Would cybernetic eyes be a biotechnology or a cyber technology?
Yeah, biotechnology is basically all-inclusive, all of that.
Right.
Oh, okay. I have cyber technology then, because I took 4 of the skill group, and so I'm good there. I've actually got 4 cyber tech, 4 first aid, and 4 medicine.
Yeah, for some reason you have, I mean, not doctor level. Doctor level's like, 6, but you've got maybe third year education, medical school surgery for that sort of stuff. Yeah, you're good there. You will preferably have some sort of operating environment, etc., but mostly for the patient's benefit. It depends. Removing an item is fairly easy. Removing an item and not having adverse effects to the patient, that's more difficult. It depends what you're going for. I mean, you can always chop away more nervous tissue and make sure you don't damage the cyber eyes. Knock-on effects. Depends what you're going for.
Yeah, I'm gonna sub-vocalize for a minute to everybody, or just like basically send it out to everybody. And I wanted to ask you guys if we've come to a consensus what we want to do with this guy yet. Are we just trying to get the eyes and then just like fuck him, push him into a ditch? Or do we want to keep him alive? Like how heavy are we all planning and willing to go in on this thing?
I just want the gear. And that's it. I just want the gear in top condition. I don't care about the guy.
Okay. Pseudo, how you feeling?
I don't know yet. I'm still thinking.
Pug, how violent you feel right now? On a scale of 0 to 10.
How hard would it be to rip his arm off to get that scapula?
Probably not too difficult.
Well, Pug would know from experience, probably, that he could rip someone's arm off, and then he could just pry the scapula off their back, although they would then probably not live. Effectively, like, the cyberdeck is implanted in, just sort of to the left of his spine, but right of his left scapula, and a small chunk's been taken out of his scapula to be able to fit it in there quite nicely, although it still will show a slight bulge if you, for instance, took his top off, and you'd be, there'd be the size of a cyberdeck being, yay big these days.
I push like a message to Pug, and in fact, to the rest of the group. Picture of a scalpel. This is a scalpel. With a picture of a troll's hand. This is a troll hand. One is used to remove delicate pieces of hardware from delicate pieces of meat. The other is used for killing things and breaking things.
Pseudo has
Do
a
not
very
get these
good
confused.
point. I want this gear. I don't want an arm attached.
I'm like,
I've had this gnome for 4 years. I'm not the one who damaged it.
I didn't fucking damage
We're
your
still on
gnome.
about the gnome.
While they're doing that, can I roll a knowledge on Shadow Community rumors about Triple Z?
Sure.
Okay. That would be... Well, this is rumors, which is my speciality, so... I'm just going to put the dice in just flat out rather than mess around.
Hang in there, Brokeback.
What is that limited by? Would that be by my mental? Okay. 5 successes.
Okay, you will know that Triple Z is generally considered a little bit of an amateurish Shadowrunner at hacking. Like, he certainly has some abilities, but he wasn't the brightest spot on the block. I mean, in terms of attributes, he probably has a lower intuition than he has a logic. But he had some competence to him, and thus he was picked up by certain groups who just needed a hacker in some situations. Like a group like your own, if you were missing Pseudo, would maybe pick up Triple Z for a run here and there where they needed someone on the short fly. There are a few rumors that he took part in a couple of heists against Neonet's facilities in Wales, against the research facilities, a few weeks ago on the side, but nothing conclusive.
What's the general consensus amongst the Shadow community based on the rumors that I've got? What's his street cred versus his
infamy?
Infamy, yeah.
His infamy would be fairly low.
Notoriety, that's the
Yeah, no, that's the one, notoriety. His street cred would also be somewhere pretty low as well. I mean, this guy is well regarded as someone you can pick up if you need to, but otherwise an amateur and, you know, not the brightest on the fly. Like, he doesn't change very quickly. He's also quite a pushover, quite passive, not really an aggressive person.
Okay. If I may...
More security work than, you know, going for runners.
Right. So if I can sort of refine that question, Pseudo would be interested in if he's done any particular shadow work, wet work, if there's any rumors that he's basically gone against his own.
There's no indication that he's done any sort of wet work. I mean, not at least in terms of the rumors. As far as you're aware, he just generally doesn't even really employ stuff like black ice or anything. He's much more of a passive person. But his addiction to beetles has maybe roped him a little bit too deep, and that's possibly why he turned to shadow work to be able to just get a little bit more money. There is certainly some rumors about a team needing a decker pretty damn fast a few weeks ago, which is possibly why he was picked up to go on this run that is rumoured against Neonet in Wales. That rumour there, it was very difficult for you to dig out, and you managed to dig out of a couple of old forum posts about some information that came on the market, and someone speculating about runners who weren't around at the time, and then someone speculates that they would have needed a decker, and that they didn't have a decker in their team, and they don't normally run with a decker, and that the other decker was captured by a megcorp more recently, and they would have needed someone. This is sort of the stuff you'd get for your 4th and 5th hit, that stuff there. That was a lot hard for you to dig out. But there's also someone speculating that he shouldn't have been able to do that run because he is currently employed by the White Vory in South London.
Right, and is there some sort of crossed loyalties there, or a conflict of interest?
Generally, the conflict of interest would be that if he is employed by the White Vory, they wouldn't really want him doing outside shadow work for fear of bringing attention to them. Right, it would be like a one-to-one relationship. Okay. But it's possible that maybe his beetle addiction got him in too deep or whatever.
Would I have been able to dig up any names or any kind of identifying, just even within just the shadow community, like forum names and stuff like that, of the group that he ran with, or supposedly ran with?
Yeah, the group he ran with includes Shooter, Deadbolt, and a 4th unnamed individual. This group don't normally run with him. They picked him up for that run as far as you're aware.
All right. Rather than, just be me talking, what's the other guys been up to at the moment? By the way, Pseudo's doing this quietly right now. He's just probing for information.
Well, I'm gonna ping Jake this guy's information and just ask him if he knows, if he can give us anything on it.
Okay. So Jake, let me roll for Jake. Yeah, sure. He answers the phone. And he was your fixer. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right, Kaber, how did the job go the other week?
Well...
Oh, wait, he's meant to
all
be
in all, it went all right.
All right, Kaber.
Pseudo's slightly distracted from what he's been thinking about at the moment because he's just looking over at Blowback, who's clearly just tuned into his favorite station. He's just going at it in the middle of the kitchen, and Pseudo's just watching. Just tiny little dwarf
dancing in the kitchen, just getting down.
Just dancing like nobody's watching.
That's how we get the chores done. Except people are watching. I got an audience.
He's just happy the van's in good shape, you know?
Actually, you guys, our van was tagged. I'm going to ping that with everybody and then just leave it there.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to have interrupted.
Alright, mate. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Works a little bit light. I mean, if I've got anything, I'll throw it your way. Nothing come through so far.
Yeah, no worries. I'm actually looking for someone just now.
Alright, who are you looking for?
It's a decker by the name of Triple Z, also known as Sleepy Dwarf. Yeah, I know. Don't ask. I just need to find this guy.
He's loyalty 4, isn't he? This contact. So
Yep.
I think I know that name. Dwarf decker runs with. He runs with the White Void, doesn't he, these days? That Russian mob from South London.
I heard there was a bit of a falling out.
Oh, well, your information's probably more recent than mine. I mean, if you want me to have a look into it, I can.
If you can just find me any information on the guy, I'm trying to find out where he is, like if there's any way to contact him.
Sure, I
anything
mean,
along those lines.
I'll poke the old molehills and see if I can turn over anyone. You got going rate for this?
Whatever you need, man. Whatever you need.
Right, don't say that to me, Kava. I think you know better than to do that one.
I'll tell you what, how about we go out for a drink on me?
Just roll charisma. Just charisma.
Just flat charisma.
Charisma plus his loyalty, +4. Alright, Kaba, but you're buying the entire night, right?
Of course.
And the entire bar. And the entire club.
Pretty much said. I'm going to turn over some stones. I'll get back to you soon.
No worries, mate.
But he likes that expensive shit too, like that Lagavulin. It's gonna be hurting. He's like, oh, this is so expensive.
I should have just given him 2,000 Noyen.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got me saying Noyen. It's New Yen. Damn it.
Yeah,
Now
it's
my
New
son
Yen,
gonna be
but
screaming
it's
at me now as well.
shorted. It's also shorted like a colloquialism.
No, you.
Oh, shut your mouth, Kaber.
Basically he'll get back to you. Normally, by the way, for going rate for the fix, actually like poking people and asking around is because they will poke many holes for people trying to like just, you know, they know, or people who are like hiding or whatever, that they generally charge a little bit more than just individuals who specialize because they will poke a lot more people. But yeah, no, he likes you, so he'll do what he can.
Where is
I need a
Pug
night
right
out
now?
with him anyway.
Yeah.
What's Pug up to at the moment?
Pug's wondering if we're gonna head up to get a pizza or something soon. Sounds like we should try out this guy's recipe and see what comes up.
I like pizza.
Definitely.
Pizza sounds amazing.
Okay, who's going for pizza?
Me. I want to go for pizza.
No,
Pizza
you got a
sounds
date
great.
tonight. You can't go.
I'm out with him tonight. He's busy.
Oh.
Well, I'm
Alright,
staying
I'll go.
here.
Yeah, let's go
I'm
get some
staying here
pizza.
tonight.
We should probably bring Talk Fu with us too, since you and I are basically socially like handicapped.
Okay, so it's Pug, Blowback, and Kaba. Suda, you're gonna stay, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So you three head out, you grab in the van, you look on the internet for the Matrix for a listing for Frankie's Best Pizza.
Frankie's!
Yeah, you do find a listing for Frankie's Best Pizza. It's just sort of where Cable is on the map right now, in this sort of area of Fulham, just below Fulham, in Southside. One street back from the actual waterfront. And you get there, and it's got this big sort of neon sign that's just kind of failed for most of the letters. The A and the S of Best still work, but the rest of it doesn't. However, there is an AR overlay that is blinking, and it's also got this pizza, which is also like a wheel, like a loading wheel, and each slice gets added, and then it blinks, and then it does that again. And it goes, Frankie's Best Pizza, ready in less than 15 minutes. And yeah, it's not the nicest of joints. You can tell from a sort of a quick view that some of the paint is a little bit chipped and flaky in some places, but it does seem to have a few customers inside, so...
Only 20% roaches.
Now, by the way,
Good
you
for
went
you.
back, you looked at the entire van, you did some... So I assume this is the next day by now. I assume you would have slept.
Can I have slept?
We had a
Make a
sleepover.
roll.
Yay!
Dudo's
Oh,
going to
God.
be pretty active through the night doing lots of searches, so
Yeah,
Oh, you're
but
not
does
gonna
your
sleep?
brain even need sleep?
he's not tired at the moment. He's busy looking for things.
I will have
Well
to check how
put,
fatigue works after a night of no sleep. Kava, you don't manage to get much sleep again. Oh, no, you don't manage to get much sleep again.
That was my roll. Yeah.
Yeah. You sadly one hit away, tossing and turning. Maybe kind of afraid of sleeping in the same house as Pug. You're
He's
not
gonna start
sure.
taking dice
Terrified.
penalties to his communication skill if he's not sleeping.
Can I do another knowledge roll, this time for Shooter and Deadbolt in Shadow Community? Just looking for, specifically this time, information on how to contact them.
Sure, we'll do that after we do the pizza bit then. Blowback finds a kitty. Yeah, so Kaba, Pug, Blowback, you're outside the lovely pizza parlor. It's about 11 a.m.
Alright, I'm gonna do a perception check. Just outside.
Go for it.
And then I'll do another one once we're inside, but for right now, we'll keep it light. I've got 6 dices. Let me go ahead and do that.
Two hits. It's a general sort of mixed clientele at the moment. There's a few sort of more local people sitting down eating. There's some guy in like a suit with a bike helmet on who's obviously ordering a takeaway. And then there's a few more sort of kind of like raggedy kind of people who look like maybe they are possibly junkies who are looking to try and get a slice here or there wherever anyone leaves a pizza around. This time of the day, because it's not as busy, it looks like the owners are a little bit more tolerant towards them, especially in this sort of neighborhood.
Okay.
While you're scanning the joint, I'm going to head up to the counter. Are they busy? Are they too busy?
There's like 2 people at the counter, one of whom is serving the guy with the belt helmet on. So the other guy's 3. So there's this troll, a little bit more sort of a juvenile sort of troll. He's, judging by the fact that trolls mature fairly quickly, he's probably only about 10. His horn's just starting to come through, wearing this pinny, grease stains down it. All right, sir. How can I help you?
Hey, kid, I need a pizza. How fast can you get me a large pizza?
Large pizza, sir. Troll size, extra deluxe. And he sort of points, and says troll size extra deluxe, and it's got a picture of a troll next to a pizza, and it's a to scale proportion. And this pizza has to be a good 20-inch radius or something. Like this pizza is very, very large.
Fantastic.
What would you like on the topping, sir?
I need 3 things today: mushrooms, pepperoni, and do you have tuna?
Yes, sir. We have all of those. I'm gonna roll this. I need to have a quick look at some character sheets, though.
Everyone roll for tuna. Roll for tuna.
I have to roll for tuna.
Pizza.
Do we
The
have
tuna is anchovies. No.
It's the tuna roll. Was it anchovies?
Wow.
You notice that the guy in the belt helmet next to you glances over in your direction, and maybe he seems a little bit like put off by the concept of pepperoni, tuna, and mushrooms all on one pizza. But you know, to each their own. Yes, sir. We can do that. It'll be. Is it about 8 minutes? Okay, sir.
8 minutes, fine. What do I owe you?
That'll be 15 Noyen then, please, sir.
All right, hand him the Noyen.
Yeah, so for you, because you don't have an overlay or anything for your AR, you pull out your comlink and you press some buttons and plug in a cred stick, and it wisely sends it to the counter. And he goes, "Thank you very much, sir. Oi! Yeah, Fred, we got a large troll size extra deluxe with pepperoni, tuna, and mushrooms. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it'll be 8 minutes, sir."
Hey, thanks. Is Frankie still working here?
I'm afraid Frankie's got the day off, sir.
Ah, it's too bad.
Oh, it is a Tuesday, sir. Frankie on Tuesday, he's not in. It's one of the less busy days of the week.
Ah, no problem.
All right, I'm gonna head up to the counter. I'm going to talk to the little. Is it a dwarf? Is that the counter? Yeah.
It's a troll. He's
It's
not
a troll.
that little either. He's probably your height already, maybe a couple inches higher.
He's little to Pug, but to you,
All right.
Yeah.
That was a dwarf.
pretty
I
big.
mean, he's only about 10, so...
I'm gonna say, hey buddy, can I get a small pepperoni pizza, please?
Small pepperoni then, sir. Okay, anything else on that?
No, that's it.
Alright, that'll be... Yeah?
No, that's fine. How much?
That'll be 5.9 then, please, sir.
Alright, I'll send over the 9, and I'll say the guy was actually recommended this place by one of my buddies. He used to come here a lot, but I've not seen him in ages. It's, I don't know if you've managed to come across him. It's the guy called Zachary. He's the dwarf.
Can't say I do, sir. Oi! One pixie pizza with pepperoni. And do we know someone called Zachary? Dwarf? Yeah, he's one of the regulars, sir.
Yeah, they still keep coming here, yeah?
Well, he used to. I haven't seen him in... Oh, when was the last... about 2 weeks ago, sir?
Alright, yeah, we've not seen him in a while either, so... Yeah, I was just trying to hunt him down a bit. Do you know where he's staying these days? Do you know anything about him?
I'm afraid not, sir. Let me have to look at your character sheet now.
Just gonna give a little shove to Caber and tell him to ask if they've made any deliveries for Fran lately.
Okay, Caber, you just got 6 successes on a Judge Intentions kind of insighty check. You notice that the guy in the bike helmet next to you has definitely reacted to that name. And maybe when Pug ordered his pizza, you can see now of hindsight that he looked a little bit quizzical at the fact you were ordering that.
Right. So I'm going to say to the guy, I was like, he normally orders like a pepperoni, mushroom, and tuna pizza. Like, you haven't done any deliveries to him lately, have you?
I mean, deliveries? I mean, I wouldn't know, sir. Deliveries are all confidential and stuff. I mean, there's normally a fee for looking at the book, sir.
Oh, well, I mean, you can do me this favour. I'm just looking for one of my buddies. I mean, we've not seen him in so long.
Roll a charisma plus persuasion, yeah. At minus 2, because he's already a little bit suspicious of you, and it's his job to be.
Wouldn't he get a +2 though?
+2 for first impressions.
Yeah.
You roll so bad.
Fuck my life!
He only just beat you two.
No, sir. You know, my memory's a bit hazy, sir. I mean, I only work a few days a week. I'm sure, you know, if I
would some new yen make your memory a bit less hazy?
I mean, certainly I can, you know, I can have a think, sir. I mean, if you want to pay, so I know, look in the books and stuff, you know, I'm sure that would help. At which point, the guy next to you gets his pizza, turns around and walks out the store.
I'm just going to ping Blowback just while I'm talking and say, can you watch the guy in the bike helmet?
Yeah. I'm gonna, let me see here. I don't know what my stats are with regards to observation and subterfuge. Yeah, I'm gonna try and follow him, I guess.
Okay. Right. So we'll continue with Caber and then we'll get to you. Caber.
So I'm gonna forward over 50 new yen to the guy.
It's beginning to come back to me, sir. I mean, what pieces do you normally order?
It's a pepperoni, mushroom, and tuna pizza.
We have had a few orders like that recently, sir. I would have to check though.
All right, feel free to go and check, mate.
I mean, I'm meant to be on the front desk, sir.
Send you over another 50 new yen.
Oh yeah, that guy who just went out actually just ordered one.
Right, I am off. I'm chasing this guy.
Okay, so by the time you get to him, he's already on a motorcycle and leaving. So, Blowback, you see this guy get onto a motorcycle. It looks like it's one of these Japanese, you know, sporty type models. He puts the pizza onto this sort of like wireframe on the back that's kind of been bolted on effectively. Kind of ruins the aesthetics of the bike a little bit. What are you gonna do?
How far away is he?
I mean, you've been following him, so I'd say he's only about 30 meters away, because he didn't even really need to do a checked look around, because he pretty much went out the store, walked a few meters, and got on his bike. So he's actually probably less than that. He's probably only about 10.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Kaber, your pizza was 5 Noyen.
Thanks.
Those little charges, they add up.
Yeah, $5.99 for the pizza, 50 for some info,
Shit.
50 more for some info.
No.
Alright, so I'm gonna call out, "Oi, you!" at him. And meanwhile, I'm gonna reach for my pistol, just in case. We're going in hard. Sorry, we're going in hot.
Okay,
So bad.
Try not to shoot the gas tank.
he kind of looks around. He's a little bit perturbed for a second. He's basically a little bit confused for a second. Looks at you, knows you're reaching for something, and just guns his jet skin's bike and guns it. Quick, quick, quick. Time's ticking. What are you going to do? He's getting away.
I will. Oh, Jesus. I'm not gonna snap one at him, whatever. I was thinking if I wanted to take a shot.
I
or
mean, your
not,
van's,
which-
you know, just around the corner.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it though. That van's handling is awful. We ain't gonna outrun a bike on it. I've looked at the stats. There ain't no way.
I mean, you can try. It's up to you. Time's ticking. He's getting down the road.
I'm gonna let it go for right now, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna ping everybody and say I think that was him.
At which point,
I'm
Taylor,
gonna-
like, sprints past you, gets to the street, sees his bike about 30 meters down the road.
Fuck! I'm gonna ping Pseudo and say, like, I need you to just access all the traffic cameras around here and let him know exactly what he's looking for. And I'm gonna
How
look to
far
see.
away are they from where I am right now in the middle of the country?
They're pretty far away.
Over a kilometer?
Yep.
Hey, Pseudo immediately replies back. I'm flattered that you have that kind of opinion of my abilities, but you're basically asking me to piss and hit the moon right now. There's no way it's going to happen.
Let me
Well, I've
see.
been able-
You would be about 10 kilometers away, maybe a little bit more than that, so it's probably about 4 noise rating. That's just noise rating from distance, let alone any interference in the middle.
They've given me... Oh, hacking those cameras from this far away.
How close was the bike when I got out?
It's about 30 meters away. It's getting a little bit more now as we continue this
Did-
conversation.
Did I manage to see the number plate on it, or any tags or anything that was on it?
30 meters weaving in and out of traffic. Make a perception check. -1.
Because their icons have effectively, they've given me like full, practically everything shy of owner rights. Now I know that an owner can see an icon that belongs to them anywhere on the Matrix. How far away can I see their icons clearly? Like, can I see them clearly? Because the Matrix doesn't really have distance so much as...
Yeah, no, you can effectively just pull them up because you already own it. Like, it's just like pinging your home to just warm up your kettle as you're driving down the M6 or something. Like, yeah, you can do that. And yes, you do manage to get the license plate.
Awesome.
In the proximity of their icons, like, actually, he's not even told me anything about the bike, so it doesn't... I'm looking at the part.
Yeah, I pinged all the details over to you, and I'm now going to ping the license plate over to you as well.
Okay, well, if you're going to give me a license plate, then I can do something with that. Okay, as soon as he gives me the license plate, I'll do a matrix search on that. Actually, no, I'll summon Grok. I'll have Grok do a matrix search, because I was kind of busy. Ah, the joys of having minions.
Okay.
Has it been about 8 minutes yet?
Not quite yet, because unfortunately Techmancers move fast. That's it. Grok will
Oh, the
take time
keyboards.
to do his... he will take time to do this, because it's over, it's like per hour or something. So yeah, effectively, each hit can get you a piece of information, or it can reduce the time by 1 step. So 7 hits in the first hour. He'll get back to you in an hour with like a whole lot of information. But yeah, it's now been 8 minutes. You can have your pizza. There's also pizza for Caber that comes out. Takes a little bit less time.
Okay. So while they were doing that, can I do my matrix search
You may indeed.
for the information on... Or actually, well, it's not so much a matrix search, it's actually a knowledge on the Shadow community for Shooter and Deadbolt. Because it is my mental... Only 2 successes on that one.
You don't even really need many to get the fact that Deadbolt was the person who sold you information last session.
Yeah,
who sold you
for the
information
White
about? Yeah, it was information from the police computer. Wasn't
I remember that. I was looking for a way to.
It also gives you information that Deadbolt is a human. And has a reputation for basically being a breaker and entering person with a small speciality in explosives. Beyond that, not much information. Shooter is a dwarf sniper who actually did appear on one of your previous missions at, I believe it was...
at the club.
At the club, yep.
Yeah.
Kevin Earnshaw.
Might I recognize him from that?
Yeah, you can recognize him from that. You got fairly close and talked to him for a bit. But unfortunately, not much information other than the fact that Shooter is a mild adept and specializes in long arms.
Okay, now, in the previous session, whilst we were in Kevin's club, and Cable was pissing Pseudo off a bit,
Pseudo specializes in small arms. Oh, man.
Pseudo made a point of when Kevin was kind of giving him the evil eye from up on high and was pinging information over to him, he remembered his comlink and the icon. From that, would I be able to push a message to that comlink?
Yeah, you'd be able to send a message to it, I think. You can message Kevin if you want.
Okay, well, just wondering if I can message him. Okay.
Well, since we had such success with Bob, I'm wondering if we can offer some pizza to these guys who are just hoping for a slice and see if they know Mr. Helmet Man who just left.
Might be the best way to go. I was thinking the same thing before.
Yeah, they can just have my pizza. I don't want it.
I almost shot a guy.
Okay. Well, since Pug was effectively in there for a little while, by the way, and Caber and Blowback went outside, and Pug was standing around looking for pizza, you can freely just go over and ask them. But we'll get back to you in a second after we finish with Pseudo. Yep.
Pseudo's going to push a message to Kevin, and he's going to be polite in the message, but fairly to the point. This is someone he doesn't know, and he won't really have anything to do. You say, was it Kevin Earnshaw? Was his surname?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Earnshaw, you don't know me, though we have met before. I'm messaging you in hopes that you'll be able to furnish me with some information. I am an acquaintance of Caber's, and while I appreciate that association is unlikely to earn me any kind of favor with you, I am hoping that my, and then emphasis, kind of like italics and underline, associates' poor handling of your relationship will not
delete.
What? Sorry?
Nothing. I would just delete the email by now. Go on.
All right. Would not. I was trying to think of the way. It's so hard sometimes when English isn't your first language. Would not prove an obstacle to any potential business dealings we might have.
You haven't actually asked him for anything.
I've asked him for information. It's and then I'll just put over the dwarf sniper and shooter. Sorry, good point.
Okay. Sure.
I was floundering a lot there, trying to think of the way to word where I was.
That was pretty much I've attached such and such, and then just not attaching the file. That one.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, sure. You send that message. So, Pug, you're waiting for your pizza. You see these kind of down and outs in the corner.
Yeah. Hey, you guys looking for some food, or what are you looking for?
They kind of flinch
tonight?
when you say that and look at them, and they kind of cringe a little bit. Yeah. You got some?
Yeah, I got a huge ass pizza coming out. You can have some. If you can tell me anything,
Got a pizza,
anything at all
Mr. Troll?
about Helmet,
Just
man.
this gigantic, like it's effectively like 2-foot radius, so we're talking a 4-foot pizza. Oh, well, yeah. We know stuff.
Why do they all sound like bloody squishy?
Sorry, he's not meant to sound as squishy. Yeah. We know stuff. Don't worry. Yeah, we totally got this. Yeah, he's in here all the time. Go on. What's on it? I don't care what's on it. Give me the pizza.
Fucking trolls just sit laughing at these poor guys.
Troll is now just having a fit of laughter in front of them.
They have life problems. Come on, Pug. Sympathy.
I just remember Bob, and I don't want to hurt these guys like we hurt Bob.
Shoving him through walls.
It wasn't his fault.
Twitch chat, we will introduce you to Bob at a later date when they actually hit up one of their contacts who is called Bob. It'll be amusing. But yeah, Pug.
All right, hey, so I have my pizza now?
Yeah, you got this giant pizza.
All right, so I pull up 2 nice big slices, and I give one to each of these bastards, and I go, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Here you go, eat up.
It's just like
They
cheese.
look so happy.
More and more
They
like
look so
down every
happy.
second.
It's just
like
cheese
a dog
everywhere.
on a chew toy.
Yeah, that guy. Oh, he's in it. Oh, well, one of his kind. I don't know. They all look the same. They're big black helmet, black bike leathers. Like yeah. They're in here like like every day, every 2 days. They always order the same thing.
Have you ever seen them outside this joint?
Oh yeah. They always park the bikes over there, and then there's always one of these like Japanese models, like these funky like awesome like sport bikes.
Yeah, but you ever see them anywhere else? Not here.
I mean, they're wearing helmets and motorcycle levels.
Why are you asking such a stupid question,
That's
Troll?
true. That's true.
Fucking idiot.
I mean,
Got a nice
I
tasty
might know
pizza, though.
something. I might know something if you got something else.
All I have is pizza, man. What are you looking
I
for?
mean,
if not
you got
pizza?
tweak. You got tweak.
I ain't got no tweak for you.
I mean, you got cash.
Maybe.
I mean, I heard him speak.
Oh, go on.
I mean, make a. You're intimidating them right now just with your presence. So if you want to try and intimidate them, you can do that. Just with
Did you
your
get that
presence.
skill?
I will let you do effectively a charisma, but +2 because you are a troll and you are obviously armed just by having arms. So charisma +2. You did roll no dice.
Well done.
There we go. 1 hit. That is enough. There you go. Right. Well, I mean, I heard him speak, and he's Japanese. Like, he's totally like a Jap or possibly Korean, maybe Chinese. He's Asian, like for sure.
Asian.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want any more pizza?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Give us a pizza. Go on, mate.
All right, I'll give him like half the pizza, but I'm gonna get the rest boxed up. At least we'll have something to take back.
Yeah, sure.
Totally.
So I'm
Don't waste our
gonna
time
head
here.
back in and see if the trolls managed to dig up anything for me.
Taber's going to get a ping from me. It's literally just going to be a copy of the email with a message at the bottom. I don't think Evan is going to talk to you right now, so I went ahead and sent the message myself. But not trying to go over your head. Just this seems like the smartest thing to do right now, unless you want to fit the bill like immediately and have that whole discussion again.
Pseudo, at this point, you do get a message back, and it's an itemized list of repainting, replastering, etc., rendering brickwork, etc., security services, interview time taken, Lone Star, blah 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 blah, and it always amounts to 2,000 with minus 500 for already paid, just as 1.5k Noyen.
I'm gonna do a quick ping to the other guys. Like after obviously not knowing what Pseudo's just got, and just literally say, can we pay Kevin off? Because this is fucking killing me right now.
He does seem to have a gift for snark.
And at that point, Kaba gets the ping with the itemized list.
I'm then going to forward that on to Pug and Blowback and say, he's really fucking killing us right now.
If you feel like we need to pay him off in order to get things moving, yeah, let's take care of it.
Alright, so you guys happy sending me over the 500 new yen each? I nearly corrected myself and said no yen. You son of a bitch.
I thought we owed him 1,500, didn't we? Or is it 2,000?
It was 2,000. Kaba paid 500 up front.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll send over the 500, so I wire 500 over to Caber.
I'll make a deal with Caber here. You fix my gnome, and I'll do this.
Fix it.
I want him. Tongue. I want him fucking pristine, brand new.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll fix your gnome.
And never a better euphemism said. Pseudo.
Yeah. Well, he didn't actually say that he pinged that to me. He's been pinging it to everyone else because I've been sending him messages, but we'll assume that he did, and Pseudo just sent over the 500.
Okay. Kevin gets
with
the
a note
500.
attached saying, I neither pissed Kevin off, nor did I shoot any grenades at Kevin. In fact, I didn't shoot anything outside his club. Just want this on the record.
I'm gonna ping Pseudo back and say, dude, I didn't set off any high explosives or shoot any guns either, mate.
Okay.
I just like to clarify in text that we were shot at first. This was return fire. This was not like, oh, we're just gonna start shooting people. Pug and I, we reacted to a situation. People shot at us, and being the natural badasses like we are, the catalysts for explosions, we decided to fire back.
At which point, Pseudo just replies, in caps, with grenades.
There were a lot of guys shooting. There were high quantities. It seemed more efficient.
So did,
meanwhile, I'm
the
getting my pizza boxed up so we can get out of here.
Did the troll behind the counter find anything for us?
He pointed you to
The
the
one
guy.
that I bribed.
He'd be still there if you want to talk to him.
Oh, so he did.
Yeah.
My bad.
You can go shake him down if you want.
You get an email back pretty quickly from Kevin saying, thank you for making amends, etc. I've taken your flag off the guest list. He says, in regards to your associates' queries about one of my other associates, I believe he's away on work in Europe. Haven't heard from him in the last week.
Alright, I'm going to ping Kevin back and say thanks a lot for the info, and about the club, don't worry about the job. I'll make up. Don't worry about the damage and stuff. I'll make it up to you somehow.
Okay.
Are we heading back? Can we get back now, guys? Are we done here?
Yeah.
We're done with the pizza place.
Yep, pedal to the metal.
To go back.
Let's go back home
Okay, good.
with our victory pizza.
Hey, I've got Caber's little tiny pizza occupying the other empty half of my box.
His pixie pizza, was it?
Yep, pizza pizza.
Yeah.
It's about yay big.
It's got dandelions all over it.
Yep. like Pugs is like yay big, whereas yours is like a fifth the size.
It's like they made the pizza in a thimble. It's just real little.
Okay, yeah, you get back to the house. Pseudo, you were looking up information on 7 Hits was for... You were looking up the license plate. There we go, the license plate.
That's right.
7 Hits, you do find information on the license plate. You just find basic information on it, sold to a company to be able to target something selling of a company, etc. It is owned by a Japanese gentleman who, as far as you're aware, is in here on business, is attached to his visa. The motorbike was bought about a month ago as a collection of several dozen by a local business. Not much information really beyond that.
Do I have an address for the owner? Or
Yeah. You have a listed address, which is it goes to, I believe it would go to. Trying to think off the top of my head, it goes to. It's going to sound absolutely terrible, but it goes to another laundrette. This one is a dry cleaners in particular. And this dry cleaners is based over in Dagenham.
Is Dagenham anything to sort of the Asian community in London?
You got London knowledge?
I do not, unfortunately.
You can roll intuition without a penalty.
Oops, I just messed something up.
Could we do a team check? Because I have London knowledge.
Sure, I mean, I would pass this information on. Can we
In
do
which
a team
case,
check,
blowback. You may run your London knowledge
Yeah.
on.
You just go for London knowledge.
Okay. And that's going to be London, and it's going to be knowledge plus logic.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's give this a go. Let's see what we got here.
Five successes on a dice pool of 10. Excellent. Right, you find pretty quickly that Dagenham does have a slightly higher number of Asian, particularly Japanese, because just behind Dagenham, just slightly further down the river, is the Renraku Archaeology, which is entirely owned by Renraku, is where they work, operate everything, blah, blah, blah. And that also means that that area in Dagenham has a little bit of the Yakuza. Now, the Yakuza in London don't really have a major presence. Their small presence is mainly money laundering. Much like the Mafia have a minor presence in London, mostly to money launder. Great place to money launder, big financial place. Just effectively own a lot of front businesses, push cash through, own property particularly. And the Yakuza do have a little bit of a base over in Dagenham. Beyond that,
Okay.
There's an Asian community there, mostly mixed, but slightly more Japanese because of the proximity of the Renraku Archaeology.
I add that to our docket of information that has now been forwarded and communicated to everyone so that we can all have a conversation about it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
going to
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to ping the information about his bike and the possible location over to Jake to see if that can expedite anything, like maybe get any more accomplices or anything like that off of Jake.
I know you just got... are they back at this point from their trip?
Yep.
Okay.
You can smell the pizza.
Delicious pizza.
And the troll.
You can smell
Cornerstone
the
of
smell
nerd
of
sustenance.
cheese, pepperoni, mushroom,
Troll.
and tuna, and troll.
And troll.
Actually, no, he's a high lifestyle, so you probably don't smell troll too much.
He's a different species. I can
He's
smell
clean.
dog even when they're clean dogs.
He's,
I am
he's
fairly
not a
certain I'll be
different
able to smell
species.
troll.
He's a
He
different
is a-
metatype.
He's a different species. He has tusks.
He's
Yes,
racist.
It gets dark quick. I'm glad I don't have tusks.
Okay.
You picking on me too.